The podcast.
This is the theme song.
This is a theme song, yo.
So
It's a podcast. We're back again. I don't think we have a special guest today. This is a special.
Nah, I feel like
This
we are the special guests.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because we some special folk, yo.
I'm so special. I'm so special. So special. So special. Bake a lot of bread.
Wait.
I'm special.
So I'm
Cook a lot
Joy
of chefs,
Sanchez,
you know that I'm special.
aka the Notorious RBJ. This is my illustrious co-host.
And it's O. Henny Cornelius, aka Fried Bologna Sandwich Popped in the Middle, aka Ho Biden, aka Long Dong McGraw, aka I'm now going by. I'm just now gonna go by sound.
Just consonants, no vowels.
Is that?
Yeah.
That was a vowel in there.
True, there was.
There, you know.
Unless it was a G that you were extending, because you could extend a G like that. Yeah, like misogyny. You know what I'm saying? It's got all those J's and Y's and G's. And Y is only
who
about
says
sometimes.
misogyny? Who's what French person you know?
Misogyny? People talk about misogyny all the time when we talk about pedagogy, when we talk about societal dysfunction, when we talk about isms. You know?
No, I don't know. I'm not having conversations.
You just don't. You just need to read more books.
I'm having conversations about Will Smith.
Are we
slapping Chris Rock?
So that's gotta be. What are you smoking?
Like I am.
Yeah, how you feel? Because I've had wait, before you even get into how you feel, how many conversations? Wait, I think we might have unplugged it or something. We'll work it out. Yeah. All right, so how many conversations have you been brought into about this slap?
I don't see a lot of people on a daily basis, so I will say that everyone I've talked to has talked to me about the Will Smith Defend Your Wife challenge. I don't. This is the thing. I've wanted for years. Will Smith is one of my favorite actors.
Right.
You know.
Right. Same here.
I liked Wild Wild West. That's how good I think Will Smith is. I watched Wild Wild West multiple times.
Seriously.
Willfully.
Like on your own. Like
willfully.
No one.
Great movie.
You think?
Great movie.
I mean, I just think it's not his best.
I didn't say it was his best movies, but it was definitely better than Bagger Vance. Legend of Bagger Vance. That's for sure. If I'm
okay.
Will Smith's movies, but like he can on screen, he can do no wrong. You know. Now
does that include TV screens? Because
TV screen. He was great. He was great in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He even popped up in the show with that he produced about his life with Dwayne Martin. And about his ex-wife, and they lived. You don't remember the show?
No, I didn't watch that show.
They had a show where Will Smith produced.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The other Will Smith show I've seen is I have watched is him like going to the far reaches of the earth doing all this wild shit.
Okay, no, that's more. I feel like that's more documentary style.
You think so?
That's how I think about it. But anyway, he could do no. This for me was like finding out R. Kelly had sex with little women. This is what.
Nah. We're not gonna call them little women. They're not fucking midgets, okay?
I know.
They're like underage
girls.
People.
Yes,
underage people.
I don't know. It's
that shit matters.
It feels yucky just to say that.
It is yucky, and it should feel yucky.
Yes, I get it.
You know, it should feel yucky.
Yeah, I know.
Although I'm still gonna step in the name of love because I can't unwrite my history. I can't take these moments back. So I'm not losing out on my memories just so that I'm not supporting a child molester. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not gonna buy none of his new shit, but I'm not throwing out my old shit.
None of the new stuff gets bought.
That's just a waste of money. I did not buy stuff to throw it out. That's a waste.
None of the new stuff gets bought, but I still believe I can fly. It's just, it was because what is also there, he's one, like in terms of 1 to 5, right, of favorite actors, Will Smith is up there for me. It's Will Smith, Bokeem Woodbine, what's my man name? Morgan Freeman. You know, like these guys are up there for me. You know,
okay.
Will Smith is up there, but he's up there for me. You know, Leon. Not. I'm just my favorite actors. My favorite actors.
All right.
You know, I love. You know, I'm supportive. And then with comics, right? So Will Smith, in terms of actors, if we gotta label people stuff, in terms of actors, Will Smith is higher on my list than Chris Rock is on my list of stand-up comics.
All right, cool.
You know what I mean? So
I gotta think about. Here's my thing. I agree with that statement. Something about it hits me right here. You know.
Yeah.
And somewhat, in some ways, for me, Chris Rock holds more, I guess, had more influence for me than Will Smith. Like I like Will more in a movie, right? But in terms of like what they did with the culture and how that shaped my beginnings, Chris Rock holds a bigger sway, right?
Okay.
But also, I think that this has been coming for a while, because remember, like 6 years back.
Yeah, that was 2016.
Chris was going in.
Look,
on Will and Jada then too.
But they didn't show up then,
and because they weren't there. But like he made a whole like 10 minutes about it, so maybe it goes back to that too. I think it's just, I just think it's deeper than that specific moment. I feel like there's,
that's the thing about it. No matter how deep it is, you can't just slap someone. Facts
that we can agree on. Especially, it was not the time and place.
Especially and the thing about it, that's what I want to talk about. This is. He wanted this Oscar for so long, so bad. So I understand the pressure in which he was under.
Right.
Like this was the night. Like he was about to get. It was his
Oscar, night. He was getting his shit. We all knew Will was
on
gonna
the
win.
night he was gonna get his Oscar, Chris Rock was roasting his wife. So he was gonna hear, even though he won the Oscar, he was gonna have to go home and hear about how she didn't like the Chris Rock jokes.
Right. That's where I'm coming from. That's why I said it's deeper than this moment. That's something that's been building for a while. I also agree with that whole with the advice Denzel gave, when you at your highest, the devil gonna come for you, because that shit is true. Like anytime you're getting right to that, you ever notice we've all had these moments.
That's because Denzel probably done, he probably.
But we all have these moments. I'm also saying that we all have these moments, right? Where we get to, we about to get to our goal. We about to reach our goal, achieve this thing we've been working on for so long. And here comes something or someone that like just comes out of left field. Because really, I also thought that was tasteless on Chris Rock's part. Because, bro, this is like, come on, Bree, like, come on, B.
What?
Come on. I thought it was tasteless. Like
tasteless.
Like when
G.I. Jane
when they say low hanging fruit. I mean, I thought it was smart. I loved the joke.
G.I. Jane too.
Will even laughed, and that's why I think it's a setup, because Will laughed too. But like, also, I think it was such low hanging fruit that he bent over to pick it up. That's how low that fruit was for me. Yes. And that's like talking about the stature of where Chris Rock is as a comedian. I think like that was.
It's the Oscars, on, man. Take light of yourself. Poke, poke, jab, jab. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
We're here. It's the Oscars. Point, point. Wink and a gun. He giving everybody the wink and a gun. Him mentioning Jada makes her relevant.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I don't particularly watch Red Table Talk, and I don't remember the last time a Jada movie came out that she would be so lucky if she got G.I. Jane 2 and I went to go see G.I.
I
Jane
would see
2.
that too. I would love to see
She
that
would
movie
be so
because I
lucky.
enjoy Jada as an actress. As an actress, Jada's somebody I enjoy. Like she's my one of my top 5 like thriller, suspense, action movie actresses. I would love to see her. I loved her. Everybody loved her in Set It Off. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Set It Off was like that moment where I really fell in love with
100 years
Jada.
ago, that was great.
1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, it was 1,000 years ago. But like if she did a G.I. Jane too, I would see it. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's a movie that comes out next year.
Yeah.
From this fucking show.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're welcome, Chris Rock.
Yeah, I don't.
Good job, Chris.
I feel like like they're, and this is my aspiration too. So I love it, but yes, I hate it. They're so rich they forgot the price of milk. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's more of a metaphor for like being disconnected from like, you can't just slap somebody like that.
Word. That's what I was thinking.
Like he didn't punch him. He didn't go up there and deck him and like give him a bean. He literally came over there and said, "I challenge you to a life's duel, sir." And slapped him with the whole shoulder and body.
Open-handed. It was a palm.
Because he came down with it too. He was like, whoa.
Right. He's taller than Chris.
And then
he's
he
got
walked
a longer
away
reach.
and he was smiling.
You gotta also wait a minute, but you gotta respect Chris Rock for not falling down.
Oh, for not falling.
He stumbled a little bit. He took that shit to the chin. He took it and he tried to move on. You could see he was shaking. Like I feel like he was a little shook by it. I changed my mind. Remember?
He literally said, "Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me." And
yeah.
I was walking down the street today laughing at that response to a grown man being slapped. He was like, Will Smith just like, he was so stunned. Like,
I feel like he was honored for a second. He had a little bit of honor in that wonder. Oh my God, Will Smith just smacked the shit out.
The West Philadelphian who was born and raised.
Right.
Just
although I will say I would let Will Smith smack the shit out of me.
I
would kind of love that. I would doesn't mean Will don't walk up on the street and just smack shit out of me. But if I'm on a stage and you in the audience, don't do it, please, Will. I love movies, but
unless I got to have sex with Jada, the moms, and Willow, this man is not open hand slapping me at the Oscars in front of 80 million people. You know how no one I was throwing an event at that time. I didn't care about the Oscars. I was like, King Richard, he might win. They had the West Side Story girl.
That was
which was surprising, but it was
that's a part of my my gripes with this whole slap, right? Will, in that response that Will offered up, he then robbed every other person that was achieving history that night to be robbed of their proper attention, their proper care, and congratulations and celebration.
He
Will literally
the attention out of him.
Here it is days later, we have missed the fact that Ariana DeBose, right?
I can't even pronounce her last name. What is it?
DeBose.
Okay.
It's very simple.
I was saying D-Boss.
Oh, well, D-Boss, because she was definitely a boss last night. You know what I mean? She there's a very limited set of actors that have played the same role as another actor has played, and they both won Oscars for it. She is a part of that very, very small club. That's the story.
Okay.
Questlove, my favorite ass musician person that exists in the world, right?
He got a big old booty. Quest got
he do.
He got a big drummer booty.
All the drummers got, you gotta have that trunk to
he got like
ride
a church
that shit.
booty. Just hey man. Hey, you know what I mean? Every time
that's also because he eats the best food.
No, I imagine so. I imagine.
So anyway, he got his first Oscar. He made. He was a part of basically the driving force behind Summer of Soul.
Yeah, that was a great.
Or When the Revolution Can't Be Televised. And that won an Oscar for Best Documentary. That was really not just the Harlem Music Festival. That shit was.
Henny, which is me. I said on Facebook, I was like, the Oscars are the awards show for the best produced movies, yet they didn't have an over-the-shoulder shot of Chris Rock getting slapped.
What? They missed that whole opportunity.
Come on, they could have had it like that. They could have showed the audience reaction. Come on, I want to see that.
Or even that dude who's in the front row. You know the one who shows you who's in the front row? Why wasn't he pointed at Chris from that side angle?
I don't think he knew.
Front stage side.
They didn't know that was like.
Oh, everybody saw Will getting on that stage.
He walked up. No,
it's not hard to turn around. All he had to do was this.
Again,
just this.
Again,
from here to here.
Again, it's like
and he would have caught that.
Will Smith walks up. You're thinking he's gonna be like born and raised. You know, he was gonna like do like, and then he just slaps the holy everyone. Imagine that. Imagine you're.
Wow, you know what? Also, I just thought about. Will Smith might become the Kanye of the acting world because Kanye just interrupted a white woman from speaking when she won an award, but he actually physically assaulted somebody on national television. Yeah. Like,
is it gonna be considered assault
America?
Because it's Will Smith?
Ooh, good question.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, because he's still in there. At the end of the day, he's West Philadelphia, born and raised. Niggas is still gonna get got.
If he was Will Jenkins,
some white woman is gonna demand. Somebody's gonna come through with a bucket full of white tears and demand justice for Chris Rock, and it's probably gonna be one of his new girlfriends. I don't know.
If he was again,
wait, he's married, right?
No, he's divorced now. Yeah. If he was Will
definitely
Jenkins,
fucking a 25-year-old.
Yeah, if he was Will Jenkins, then yeah, sure. Like, yes, he's Will.
That's true.
He's the last man. When all of Earth has been murdered and eaten, Will Smith is the only one there with the vaccine inside of his blood. We can't send the guy with the vaccine inside of his blood to jail.
Oh my God.
We're not going to take his Oscar back. We're going to ask him to chill out for a couple of years. Hey, man, next 10 years, you're going to do your little indie films and stuff like that. No awards. You keep your award, you know what I mean? Then you come back and Chris Rock is going to have his time for the next 5 to 10 years for that blessing. That slap right there,
That's true. Because overnight, the price. Yeah. Now, Chris Rock is on tour. I don't know how many people know this. Chris Rock is on tour, went on tour in 2022, right? Yeah. So overnight with that slap, that shit skyrocketed from $43.
Slapped his ticket
prices. That price right on up. Oh. Like a nice, like giddy up before you leave the locker room. Like your coach just get out there. Yeah.
You can do this, Chris.
So over $300 a ticket. Some shows even sold out overnight from that slap. So, man.
They say in 48 Laws of Power, they say if you want to step up in as a person in power, right? You have to make an enemy and you have to choose the right enemy to make. You know what I mean? So that was.
Are you telling me that Victoria might have just made me famous? Because now she made herself my enemy?
I don't know. She has to, again, you have to choose the right enemy. She has to have a wave of people supporting her already. And then how Will Smith messed up, he passed on that power, the power that, because you're energy, you're a ball of energy, and you're like collecting certain types of power and energy when you're a artist or using your law of attraction and the ways to collect, So the people around you bestow that upon them, whatever it is.
Right.
So, those people get your powers, get your energy, they get to be known as you are known, and, and vice versa. So when he slapped Chris Rock, that amount of energy was transferred into his cheek. Like, it was just like,
and it just went through his whole being.
Yeah, he just slapped.
And infused him with that, nectar of the gods.
Yeah, all that power that he had, like
ambrosia, ambrosia.
That
spirit ambrosia.
Yeah, when you hear stories, you hear about the gods, and they like
come down and
they
touch
meet a mortal man, and then
suddenly it's Hercules.
Oh my God! I fuck a mortal shorty, and now all of a sudden
she got baby gods.
Yeah, she got demigods.
Word. Okay, I take that.
But Chris Rock was already the man in a certain extent
in his own light.
But
also he hasn't been relevant in a couple years as well, right? The same way this incident feeds his wife. Although I feel like with Red Table Talks, Jada has kept herself in the conversations or like in the view, like with a a steady.
Jada always had her own career. She has a little rock band. It was a bit. There was only Will Smith, really. That's what I'm saying. Of top actors, there's Will Smith, there's Morgan Freeman, there's Samuel Jackson, who won an Oscar last night, Denzel Washington, you know what I mean? Yeah. Top actors, top checks. It's 4 or 5 of them, especially, I don't even want to say as black actors, because I've only been talking about artists.
You've also only been, I'm saying if you're only talking about black artists, I'm only
talking about artists of hue right now, but they're all artists to me. You know what
I
mean?
Yes, exactly.
So the top actors.
That is definitely the life goal.
Yes.
The world goal.
So the top actors are these 5 people. You know what I mean? So there's only so much space.
I see you have not like mentioned any let's say artists of feminine origin. Right, I'm gonna just start I say it like that.
Yeah,
I just
top paid. Well, there's if we're going, I was going more top paid, but if we're going like top in terms of viewpoint, you have a Viola Davis, you have a Felicia Rashad, like you know what I mean. There's probably a lesser number, Queen Latifah. You know what I mean in terms of top, but their money,
Octavia Spencer,
their money still doesn't match up with that's not by my doing. I'm only critiquing what is there.
Right.
So like you know what I mean.
We all gotta live in this world. We understand. Moving on.
So if we're talking about top in both artistry and money, yes, we can add all of those names in there. And so Chris Rock is still not in that place. Jada, and there's such a small number of people in that list. Everybody cannot be that person. So somebody's got to be like the supportive person. Jada has to know, like, I'm gonna do my rock band stuff, and that's why if you listen to her music, I see why she.
But also, I feel like that's just what. She was
like,
that's also
make
part
my music
of just,
better.
That's a part of like the.
Will Smith is an actor right now. I really love Tupac because he used to make my music better.
That's a part of the part of like just the cycle of creation. Like I don't want to always tell jokes. I don't want to always sing. I don't want to always do poetry. I don't always want to paint. You know what I mean? Like so sometimes like it does aggravate artists to like get into a place they want to switch and do other things. And I think as artists, like it's our obligation to follow the inspirations to try the different things, right? There's a saying I got from my kids when they were young. It's like, don't yuck my yum. Like I'm not gonna yuck your yum because like
don't yuck
my yum and don't deny it till you try it, because you can't know what you are until you try something that you haven't done. Right.
Okay. So I don't technically know I'm not gay, is what you're saying.
Facts.
Okay.
Because I don't because one day you might come, like, let's say one day comes along and you like, it could be real simple shit. Like maybe you brush somebody's hand. Yeah. And it's like, you just feel that little tingle, that attraction you feel that you would normally feel from women, right?
That's gay.
Let's say if you felt it. Yeah. I know that when I became queer as a young girl, like I didn't understand that.
This is for Chris Rock right here, man. I had to light this for you. I haven't been on my smoky, but you know what I mean. Chris Rock, Will Smith, we had to light some incense and sage to like sort of settle the moment between y'all. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So when I was a young queer girl, not knowing anything but what I was told I was, right? Because I hadn't tried anything. So like, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying is like, I don't know. I like, how does this water taste? I don't know, but I don't like it. And I just seen it sitting there. But I never just said, oh yeah, I like that. Or, oh nah, that's not for me. You know what I mean? We can't do those things. When we do those things, we limit ourselves. And thus we never actually become gods.
Okay. Don't yuck my yum. Hey man, don't yuck my yum, baby. Kanye West still banned from the Grammys.
Yeah.
What I'm most concerned about is how
is he nominated for any Grammys this year?
I would imagine so. I would imagine he's a man. Let me see if he's nominated for.
I mean, he's nominated for Donda, right? Yeah. Donda's nominated. So how do you ban a nominee? That is, can they ban nominees, or is he no longer a nominee now that he's banned?
Yeah, let me see.
How does the Grammys even work?
The Grammys. Well, you can technically grant what's it called? What's the word you just used? Ban a nominee because they banned him and he's a nominee. That's one. So we've already know that.
But I mean, does he remain a nominee if he can't come? Or I guess he just so.
They zoom.
Well, now he'd zoom in, right?
Yeah, shit. They zoom. Well, we probably won't zoom in.
Is he allowed in the Zoom?
Nah, he probably knows.
Like, we're only gonna let you in while we're announcing your category, and then we're gonna boot you from the room and lock you out.
Well, yeah, they should. I guess they could do it still virtual, right? Like, they created a whole.
Yeah, a lot of people are still virtual.
Yeah, they created a whole lifestyle.
I'm about to be one of those people because.
Yeah, they do it. Well, of course he can't perform, but that's.
He was supposed to.
Yeah, that's.
Why can't he pull a Beyonce? Yo, for 10 seconds. We gotta acknowledge Beyonce, the power that is blackness, okay? Beyonce, again, history making with this performance, opening the Oscars, singing the song Alive.
Okay, I didn't even see this. I didn't see the only thing I saw from the Oscars was the slap, Megan Thee Stallion. And
you gotta look at it. It's available online.
Denzel Washington hugging Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes, who got his first overdue Oscar as well as
Samuel
Glover.
L. Jackson
and Danny Glover both got them.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, they did it off screen. They both got Oscars.
Danny Glover never got an Oscar? They didn't give Danny Glover an Oscar.
Never. Denzel was the first one to win an Oscar. Cuba Gooding was Sidney Poitier. But I don't think Danny Glover ever got one.
He should have got one for The Color Purple. They should have gave him a retroactive Oscar just for that.
That's what this was.
Mister.
That's why it was not on TV.
No, but
they don't want you to know that they're giving these Oscars to these this is real shit. I don't think that this was the first time the Oscars was produced by a black person. At all. So that was also historic.
Will Smith was like, not no more.
Will Packard. It was produced by Will Packard. You know what I mean?
Oscars being trimmed.
After seeing Jill Scott's in memorandum piece, wow.
In memorandum,
I've never seen it.
Jill Scott didn't die.
No, but you know the time in the show where they acknowledge the people who have died in that industry throughout the year, right? That was done by Jill Scott and this choir.
Oh, really?
And
she was singing for Betty White.
Everybody, Betty White. Was so beautiful.
Who else was in it?
Beyonce, and then Beyonce.
Who else was in it? Betty White.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. Bob Saget was left out. They left Bob Saget out. Damn. Well, I guess he never won an Oscar, so he wasn't.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. He was a TV guy anyway.
Yeah, Betty White was in the industry. She didn't do movies, did she?
Yes, she did. But Betty White did everything.
I don't know.
It was just about actors because it's not necessarily just.
Bob Saget did Full House.
Yeah, but he's been in bit parts in different movies here and there.
So he should have been in
He was in Entourage. He was in the Entourage.
So he should have been in it.
And the series, so it's
still. They left Bob Saget out, man. They not showing. My cousin sent me something. He was like, when you identify as a comic, I was like, first of all, this is what time are we in? Like,
we're in the time where you need to state to people how you identify so they know how to treat you.
That's wild, man. Like, don't label me nothing. Label me invisible for you then, because if I don't want to be my job, or I don't want to be limited to my job, like people, and that's why for a while during the pandemic, I stopped calling myself an actor. I stopped calling myself an artist. I was just like, I'm Moheni. I like to act. I like to art. I like to make music. But it's not who I am because people define me by my job. It's like define me by what I love to do. But that's only how you're seeing me. And I'm a sum of all parts, which you can't really tell. You know what I mean? So you can't.
Well, I think that's for me. The wholeness of being Joy Sanchez is like my life is art. Like I am what I do because for me, I think the things that our passions and our inspirations that we create, the things that we manifest, whatever it is we create and bring it to the world, it is us, you ever catch yourself talking in like a sing-songy way, or like catch the way that you have conversation, or like just understand sometimes you just are what you do. Like for me, I can't do anything else. I have to be creating things. And because I can't make the monetary, I think it's more a practice in self-love for me and like discipline.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I understand, but I don't think I don't think that is you. That's what that is what you love to do. And if you put you in another scenario where you worked at Vice and while you were making copies, I'm giving a random you're like while you're making copies, you're like sing-songing, you're like that doesn't make you any less creative. It doesn't.
No, and I don't think it does either. I just think that those
you can still be you,
make it their economic fulfillment as well, right? Like to say I'm an actor, like I make a living off of acting, or I make a living. For me, is I make a living off of living, right?
Yeah, I make a living
because everyone works, even if it's not like jobs are separate from work. I think we all work, and the thing about comedy,
jobs are separate from work.
It's not the same thing as work. I think everybody does work. Like,
yo, what are you smoking? What you jobs?
This yes, a job is not necessarily work, and work is not the same thing as job. Like, I feel as if my paintings are also requiring me to do psychological unpacking, emotional work, spiritual work.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that I can do just whatever else outside of me I do, whether I'm a secretary or a waitress or a cook, or like, for me, like my profession is cooking, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a professional chef, but in that being my job, for me, that's also my work, because there is an art. It is an art that I practice.
Mm-hmm. This is
right.
This is my shoulder's itching. This is interesting. It's an interesting concept. It lets me understand that weed is bad for us. And I think I understand what you're talking about. And it's a very ethereal approach to life and living. And I guess I'm just brass bones to I'm just bare bones with it, like very straightforward with there is only we're separate from anything that we do for because monetary gives us a different feeling and idea.
I don't think it has to, though. Like, that's also on my side of things. I just don't believe that we have to feel a certain way for the work that we do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to be separated and compartmentalized. Like, definitely, yes, there is a different version of me in anything that I do, but at all times I'm still 100% myself, because I'm 100% present in the task at hand. So it's not like I'm being inauthentic in any moment or in any task that I do, any of my skill sets. I might not act the same way when I'm hanging out with my homegirls as I act in my office, but that's because I understand the difference of settings and how to adjust myself so that I'm still 100% Joy. Oh, that's Joy Sanchez. And I'm not like just that poet or just that writer or just that comic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course it makes sense. But I agree to disagree, like how you and Victoria Arnstein have decided to agree to disagree.
Dude, can we talk about that? Just get into it a second.
Go ahead.
All right, so y'all want a podcast out there? Y'all were here last time with us. We had Victoria Arnstein on, very funny lady. I believe she's gonna be at a Smokes and Jokes, right? April 15th. She's on the on the Smokes and Jokes for April 15th. And so the last time she was here, we were asking some hard-hitting questions. I'm not saying, hey, y'all can go back and watch the clip. I wish we had that clip up because it's in the promo, right? And so there's a clip that says,
"You got it in the promo."
We got it in the promo. Just peep the promo. It says, you know, she's like, if I was racist, would I be talking to you? And I was like, yes. We both said yes. Yeah. However, today I saw after this slap, you know, one of the 1,000 other low-hanging fruits just thrown out there for comics to pick from. She had a post on her page. Now, on the picture of the smack, it says, finally a fight not about race. Then she made a joke, cool joke. Oscars is the new blacks. But a part of it is finally a one that's not about us. We're in the clear, whites. We whites are in the clear, some shit like that. And I didn't find that particularly funny. Just because really when I think about it, it's a combination of all three things together. You know, considering that this is the first year the Oscars was produced by Black people. And then like just pushing towards that violence, Black on Black crime.
Year.
And then also self-identifying yourself as a part of, and I quote, the whites. I just thought it was like a bridge too fucking far, you know?
Yeah.
So I did not comment on it on the official podcast page. Yeah. As you will see when you go visit us at our new IG at th.pt.cst. You'll see I just put it up there with a, hey, remember last week when she asked us if we thought she could be,
you asked about an ally,
you know, and so I asked about, but would an ally write this? Now, the reason I wrote ally is simply because the opposite of a racist would be an ally, right? Right. You asked me, would I be talking to you if I was a racist? And I said, I don't know, maybe, but would an ally make these jokes? That's the way I will say it on stage. April 6th at Calabasas Corner, come through. Get your tickets only on the app. You got to download it. Hit me on the gram. I'll show you how to get a ticket. Okay. Anyway,
you have to have an app to get your show.
You have to download the Buds app. Oh yeah, we're doing a real righteous, because this is also I like this idea of using this app, because now, right, on people who are like, you get this percentage, this paperwork to, you know, there's some type of accountability there, so you definitely get paid. And I like that about some things. So you know, and come tax time, you're gonna love having these records for you.
Y'all do your taxes?
Yes, I do my taxes. You don't do your taxes?
I'm trying to, like, you know.
You got to pay them until you get to that bracket where it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only the people, all the way in like the, you know, the double M's and the B's.
Yeah. No, I feel like they do their taxes because they know that the number is always zero, so they can do their taxes and like, oh, we gave away blah 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 blah. Because it seems like people who have a lot of, like, I was just talking about it today. My check is like halved with taxes, like halved.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how can I work for whole, but only have half to spend it? Like, we need to change it where it's like, all right, Joe Biden, like, give me one check, you take the taxes first, and the next check you give me all the monies, and I'll pay those taxes later. Because that way I can have some full access to my money. Like, Joe Biden and This America has been like, yeah, that's what I'm calling it from now on. Like, Joe Biden's America. No, this is Joe Biden and This America, because I feel like we have Twitter now, right? We can take suggestions. Government can take suggestions at this point.
That's true. But like, I think it would get out of hand. I feel like that would not be efficient in any way, shape, or form.
Why not? People can filter through it and pick it. Come on, that's what they have. That's another job right there. I just created another job.
That is, and it's a virtual job.
Yeah, a Twitter filterer. And you filter through the suggestions.
I feel like the city does take suggestions. Yeah. Like, I think government, or some governments, like some local governments, take suggestion via Twitter. I don't know, but maybe they do if you put enough people behind it. Like if enough people make the same suggestion.
I really want Joe Biden to take away my student loan, and I don't know how to get on that list. There's a list of people who get their student loans taken away, right? They said almost $60 million of student loan was taken away. And I'm like, why wasn't I on that list?
Right. Why wasn't I informed of that?
In terms of reparations, like one reparation that you can give me an 800 credit score right now. Like, take away my student loans, give me an 800 credit score, and we're sort of even, yo. Like,
but do you think we're stay even? Because
I'm gonna be good. You give me that, and that means I could take out basically any money I want, yo. At that point.
But I don't think it would be even. I think that the playing field would just change.
Oh yeah,
I believe that.
That's all I need.
I believe that. I know that's all you need. But I also know that then the best credit score would become 1,000 or 1,600. I guarantee that. I guarantee that the parameters by which credit is marked will change, because that's how America works, guys. I don't know if you've noticed, but that's how America works for Black people.
Not before.
And this is historically.
Look, everybody, there's always somebody who gets through. So I'm not thinking about whether or not Black, white, overall, blah, blah, blah. Like, you stick with it, you either going to
even if it hurts more than it helps. Even if it hurts more people than it helps, you think it's worth it?
I think it will not. Like, if you swiped the debt of every Black person right now, every debt that they have, just swiped it clean. Just every Black person, and I mean like Black person. I'm sorry, like none of the my uncle's 1/8 Indian, none of the like
nothing.
Like yeah. Like I need, like, how we did the paper bag test in the 60s to keep people away. I need that same test happening.
But in reverse, like you have to be darker than a paper bag.
Yeah, you have to be darker
to get this reparation.
To get this reparation, and we just
if you're not darker than a paper bag,
you
get nothing.
And legit,
you're Gucci. You can stay exactly where you at. That's how we do it.
And during this period, we shut down all the tanning salons. So like all the olive skin people who be trying to get through, all the Rachel Dolezals who be trying to get through.
But I feel like that was she didn't look brown, she looked orange.
Yeah,
like we wouldn't let her in. We would know better. We knew better.
If you real light,
you have to shut down the clinics too, though, like the plastic surgery clinics.
Yeah.
No plastic surgery clinics, because now you cannot get butt injections or lip injections.
Oh no, I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, I feel like
can they induce melanin? Because some
yes, you can induce melanin on somebody.
Well then, maybe. Well, I don't know. Yeah,
like gene therapy.
I need to see your mother and your father.
I believe it's a gene therapy.
I need to see your mother and your father. I need to see a picture of them. I need to see your grandparents. Actually, we need to see how far your Negro-ness goes back, your Negrosity, if you will. So and then like we just go swipe all your credit up, no matter what age you are, right now, from 0 to 100 years old, right now, all your credit, and y'all got an 800. You can go to any store, place, and do what you need to do. Any credit card that's out there, 50 G's right now, you got max for that. Now, some people gonna fuck it up, just like with anything. Some people gonna mess it up, just like with anything.
Anyway, getting back to this whole.
Some people, like me, we going to B&H. We're buying cameras. We go
and air mattresses and air furniture, so we could go camp and do a Smoking Man festival.
Yeah, Smoking Man festival coming soon. But also we're gonna buy mad promo materials, right? We're gonna buy buses.
Are these like luxury buses? Are there beds? I want like beds and a kitchen and a toilet.
Depends on how many cards I get and what kind of cards, because I'm gonna get that with an 800 credit score. By the time they find out that first round of cards that I get, like what I've been watching Winning Time
I could tell you the circle back to that though.
Yeah.
Like that first year, okay, you get all of this credit score cleaned up. You get these cards, right?
Boom.
Now you take the cash advances on these cards, right to the limit.
To the
limit.
Open
up 3 bank accounts.
Push it to the limit.
1, boom, a savings account. 1, boom, a business account. 3, boom, a checking account. Right?
What's your Roth IRA though?
Your 4, boom. Sorry, 4 basic accounts. Boom, 4 investment account. Those 4 accounts, you split the money up like that. You use 1 account to pay off the credit cards. So you still get the credit cards because you're paying down the bill monthly, making your minimum payments.
My first go with it. I'm going for it.
Like, but you gotta do it on. You gotta.
I'm going for it.
But make sure you set
the
up those
country owes me. So I'm going for it.
Right.
I'm taking out a card and everything that I need. A car. Right. A car card.
A car card?
Yes. I need to live somewhere. I'm going to have a house card. I'm sure someone. They got rental cards? Ooh, rental card, credit card?
Yeah.
Somebody going to give me money to rent a house until I buy it.
Wait,
rental credit cards.
Yeah.
Come on.
For a house.
But they're not giving it to black people though, so don't worry about it.
They're going to give it to this black person.
Somebody, I can't remember who it was, but he's like representing it.
Half. I think it's
anyway.
I think it's
we need to wrap it up, I believe.
Yeah, Lizzo.
I believe we on the wrap it up.
Yeah. But I just want to say what's good in the hood. I want to shout out to Jordan Rock, Tony Rock, and Chris Rock. The Rock family is
really that's good in the hood.
Yeah. That's they kept it real. Like I've been looking at their Twitters and stuff like that. They keeping it real classy. They keeping it real like family oriented. They keeping it real. And these guys are from Bed-Stuy. Well, at least Chris Rock is from Bed-Stuy. So I feel like no matter what the circumstances is, how people feel about comics or people who define themselves as comedians or whatever, or no matter how much they feel like he crossed the line, I feel like it really shows how well demeanored he is and how well he can handle a situation by how he's handling this. And I'm real excited about seeing what happens from here on out for Chris Rock. Again, he had that power bestowed upon him. He was slapped
you, Will Smith,
into the next part of his career. Like,
that's true.
You know what I mean? Woke him up. Just
all right. So
that was like watching.
I just want to for the record.
That was why, like, if you saw Sean Connery all of a sudden slap Ricky Gervais, you're like, oh my God. What?
I gotta say, I have to say, I will say this though. I actually went back and watched it. I watched the Oscars online today, like to prep for this whole conversation. Because I was like, I have to see it in real life with my own eyes, and I definitely rewound it a couple times. Like,
yeah, I saw the slow motion of it. He got slapped.
And I saw
he did not know it was coming. He was like, yo! He even stopped. He said, what the? He had to brace himself.
I don't condone violence against anybody. I don't think I'm always on the side that like
he slapped.
I'm just you know what? I'm not mad.
Violence.
Like my mom used to say, I'm not mad. I'm just very disappointed in Will Smith. Like very disappointed. Because at the very least, you could have waited to the commercial break to do that shit. You know what I mean?
In the back of the
stage. In the back of the stage.
But like, again, people are like, oh, black on black violence. People die. That's not violence. That was an altercation.
Right. It was a tantrum.
Like, you know, somebody,
it was a tantrum.
But black, if
you know what I mean? Complete with tears after. Guys, I know. I'm a mom. Like, that was a tantrum. That really wasn't a
That was
a
like,
thought.
that was like, you know, like that was like when the it's like when the autistic kid in class kicks you. You like, you want to beat him up, but it's like he verbally can't express himself, so he has to kick you to get his feelings out. And
I never had that problem. I never had that problem.
I got patience for you.
But the autistic kid does not.
Not all of them kick.
Like walk over to you and kick you and then walk away.
Yes.
Like
yes.
they don't do
In
that.
fact, they
like
do.
I'm not even going to continue that conversation. That's enough. Like seriously.
But no, what I'm saying is that like you got to take the good with the bad of Will Smith, and I think that we saw, like, you know, he's getting older, like the pressure of being Will Smith is like it's sort of unraveling, and I think he does need to take some time to be Will Smith, you know, and just not on TV being Will Smith, not like
not having cameras follow you around the world while you learn to do the most dangerous shit
since 18.
He's been famous for 43 years now.
Yeah, he's been famous
50
for so long.
Almost all of his 50 years he's been fucking famous.
Yeah, so he's been famous. He's never, again, I said on the Facebook, he's never walked down the street and have 5 dudes be like, yo, your shorty got a fatty. Yo, ma, what you doing with that geek? You just like, yo, I'm just living. Like, he's never walked up to a project building to go see a girl and it's 15 dudes outside ready to, like, you know, he got in one little fight,
just staring you down.
His mom got scared and he moved in with his auntie and uncle in Bel Air. So it's not like he has the experience.
Yo, speaking of, before we like really wrap it up,
Chris Rock, sir,
what is your take? You know, what's your take on Bel Air, on the new Fresh Prince Bel Air?
Yeah, the new Bel Air. I'm mad because I like it so much. It's the Gossip Girl of Black.
Yes.
I didn't feel like I needed this until I watched it. I was just like, yes.
I didn't know I needed this until I watched it. I'm gonna tell you that.
Get your act together, Carlton. Please. Stop doing the Xanax Coke. Like, we can't tell. He's like, is it Xanax? Is it Coke?
Right, what is it? We didn't see where it came from. He already had it out.
Hanging out with Connor. You know, with Connor, the Connors of the world. I knew a couple of Connors.
And the Cassies. Connors and Cassies.
Saying the N-word when they rap. It's like, it's in the song.
You want me to say it? You should put it in the song. You shouldn't put it in the song.
You use it with your pros, man. I'm like, yeah. I don't walk into your frat.
I was disappointed in Carlton's choices. Like, that's also for me a sign of a well-written TV show that, like, you got me to not like a character. Like, for me, the original Carlton, it was just more annoying than anything else. But like, this Carlton was like arrogant. He was more of a fully realized character, and I think that's why we like it more.
I hate Ashley in the show. It's just like, just be gay, all right? Nobody fucking cares, yo.
You don't know that when you're 12 years old.
I guess not. I'm just like, there's a whole LGBT movement in the 2022. Just let her be gay and find out like what being like, or be bi, whatever she's gonna make her choice. Let her choose.
All right. First of all, that's what's called the story arc. So like, this is just how TV works. Also, in the mind of a 12-year-old girl, like, I feel like I can comment on being a 12-year-old girl because I used to be one. Okay. So, you know, in 12-year-old girl land, you don't know that all of these resources and communities exist. All you know is the 4 walls of your house and wherever you go with your family.
Or you know that your sister's supportive. Your sister's supportive, like, oh, whatever you need, just tell me. You don't say anything. Your mother's like, whatever you need, you can tell me. I know what you're saying. You're gay. Basically, and she's like, I don't know, I'm having it. Like, just be
You've
gay.
Never had that thing that, like,
let her be.
Somebody's like, you could tell me about it, and you weren't ready. Like, you have to be ready. You can't force somebody to be ready.
When I was cheating on my son's mother, I was like, I'm not ready to tell you this. And then eventually I did tell her, but I was being the scumbag. It wasn't something like that was like.
All right, but Henny, again, you've never been a 12-year-old girl. So I'm just telling you, this is not like a theory or like an opinion. This is an actual fact of 12-year-old girls.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Like, you don't know these things.
12-year-old girls don't know that there's Google and they can Google resources, or talk to their very supportive parents who watch their cokehead brother or their fucking thought-ass sister thought trapped in a church body. Like, come on, come on, get over it. But yes, our story arc, I get it. I'm just saying it doesn't. I don't connect with that character. I guess because she's.
Because she's a 12-year-old girl. I think. Yes. Oh, what I've been seeing online, from what I've seen online, I think the whoever they are, like, what a lot of Black people's problem is with this, what I'm seeing, the people that don't like it. It's just the fact that she's gay. It's like, why you gotta make her gay? Like, why? Like,
really?
Why not? Yeah, I've seen
and to those people,
line.
it's like, come on, shut the. It's 2022, yo.
I know
like,
that.
Like,
Most
you know what I
people
mean?
don't,
It was mad gay people before, and they was just hiding. Now they can openly be gay. Like, come on, you should be happy for these gay motherfuckers. Like, let them really find out how relationships are terrible, no matter who you're having sex with. Like, come on. Like, it's just, you have to deal with your emotions either way. Let Ashley be gay. Let her interact with the young girl, and let's see what happens there. That, I guess that sounds a bit weirder now. Like, let the young, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah, if we're watching fucking Will Smith have sex over here at 17, you know what I mean? He's over there busting guts, you know what I mean? In a Bel Air, but also, yeah, if I was 17 in a Bel Air mansion, I'd be busting guts too. Instead, I was over there thinking about my future. Like, I got to go to college, man. I got to get out of the hood. Well, anyway, I think my co-host Joyce Sanchez went to take a dump. So I'm not, while she's wiping, hopefully she keeps it short. If hopefully her finger doesn't go through the tissue. That's happened to me once or twice. So I felt gay then too. But I think that, we gotta, this 2022, mental health. Go speak to someone. Go talk to someone. Even if you're Will Smith, go talk to someone. Go get some friends who aren't in your job profession. Go get some people who will keep you humble next to you. Don't just get yes men, Okay, Joy has finally wiped her butthole.
Yeah, I mean, I
close the bathroom door. I just want that Cleveland steamer to steam.
I just figured I'd let you finish the show by yourself, since you're the only one saying anything.
Really?
So I'm gonna just
Really?
I'm dead ass.
I'll play it back for you. I'll play it back later. Those one of those emotional moments right there.
No, I had to pee, dude.
You felt
and you're the only one talking anyway, so I just went to the bathroom and came back.
You felt emotional.
Nah, I just understand that it's 11 o'clock. So, do you know where your children are? I do, and I gotta get home to them.
Get home to your kids. Hey,
moral of the story, kids, don't slap people just because they talk about your wife. Don't let Will Smith get you fucked up in these streets, okay?
Will Smith
don't do it.
Will
You
Smith.
never hit nobody before. Don't start doing it now. It's a bad idea.
I heard somebody on the phone like, yo, girl, I'll protect you. She was like, what the fuck I need a protector for? I'm from the Bronx. I was like, all right, New York. She needs Tupac. All right.